Ellen.
Hey, Chris.
I've waited a year to say that. I have no idea what I'm going to say now, though. No, we are at Spring Trials 2017. It's our first stop. We're at the ball companies at the PanAmerican Seed facility here in Ventura, or actually Santa Paula, California. We're staying in Ventura, which is nearby.
That's true. Nice place.
And we're going to take a look at all of the ball stuff, starting with PanAmerican Seed.
They are glad to see us.
And we are glad to be here as well. And this is our very, very first video. So we're expecting a lot of outtakes on this one. So bear with us. But they made it easy because thank our lucky stars, the first new variety is a new Pentas series called, Ellen?
Lucky Star.
Lucky Star.
Not named by Madonna, by the way.
No, and it's got nothing to do with that cereal either.
Yes.
With stars in it.
Lucky Charms.
Yeah, there you go. Anyway, here's the key. And we were led through here by the breeder of this new variety, Jason Jandrew. And because there are quite a few Pentas out there, they had specific goals. First, they wanted to compete well in this compact category. This is a nice, low garden performer, as you can see. Beautiful habit. But the next key was they wanted it to keep blooming. Pentas are known to bloom, and then they kind of quit blooming.
And then they stop for a while.
Because the secondary blooms have to come up and start to bloom. The key with Lucky Star is that the secondary blooms are already starting to come up and form while the first blooms still look good.
They're ready to go.
And so that's really the key here. And when you look across the plants back here, look how much full color there is, but you can also see new flowers developing. So it'll always stay in color. And
I just want to point one other thing out. They're fast to finish, 4 to 6 days earlier than the competition.
Well, that's also important. Lastly, here's something else. Great colors. And the best, really the first in class for Violet. Look how not only rich, but bright that is. And that leads me to something very important, Ellen. An actual pack trial.
That's right.
You
very
heard it
first
here.
one. Very
this
first
is
one.
pack trials, and I'm going to swear that it is because over here are packs, and there are trials. For instance, they're comparing the new Lucky Star to Graffiti. Note the compact habit, and also note how those secondary flowers are forming while these are still coming in. Over here in the Graffiti, you don't quite see any more flowers coming up. And it's also a way to take a look at their new Violet. This is Graffiti Violet. It's a lovely color, but look at how much deeper Lucky Star Violet is. So that's Lucky Star Pentas from PanAmerican Seed at the pack trials.
Pack trials.
Let's see what else we can find from PanAmerican, shall we?
Okay.
Hey, Ellen.
Hey, Chris.
I'll stop saying that eventually. Do you know what growers say to breeders like PanAmerican Seed?
Make it easy for me.
Well, but certainly they say that. They also say, we don't want to be your test grounds, your test garden.
Yes.
And so that's why Mary O'Connor of PanAmerican Seed is doing extensive testing to develop what they're calling here at PanAmerican Seed plug and play, your instant garden. What plug and play is, and correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, because we just went through our notes, but it's all seed varieties, mixed combinations, recipes of mixed combinations that they have extensively trialed across the US and Europe to make sure that they work well together, not only in the early stages when they're on the retailer bench, and not only when they show up, you know, at a consumer's back patio, but on through the season with little or no care, just the way a gardener would treat them. So they've got a lot of different varieties. What do they say? Like
60 plus recipes.
60 different recipes. Some of them incorporate the multi-pellet technology.
That's correct.
Some of them incorporate waves, which we've got lots and lots of wave combinations here.
Plug and plays.
Yeah, plug and plays. And really cool I know you love these.
Oh, right, exactly.
Premium annual and veggie plug and play combos. We've got tomatoes, I see eggplants,
basil, and so they're pairing them with marigolds and petunias because they're pretty popular flowers to begin with. So they really are attractive to anyone.
Yeah, fusibles. That was what was with the multi-pelleted seed. So and you could see, like for instance, waves, and we'll go on to waves, but if you're just selling as a retailer waves in a 4-inch or 6-inch pot or jumbo packed, one variety,
You're leaving a lot.
You're missing the opportunity to sell all different kinds of waves in all different combinations and all different sizes, whether it's pots or baskets.
Don't leave it up to the consumer to make that pot themselves.
Right. I mean, there's some beautiful gallons over here in pots and baskets.
I like that pot a lot, actually.
Yeah. And there is one, I won't say new variety, but one introduction to talk about. Remember this one, Ellen? There was a giant shoe out here.
Yes, velour.
Easy Wave, red velour. The demand was so strong, it was actually over-demanded.
Over-demanded.
Yes, not undersupplied, over-demanded. Now they've got plenty of seed in the bag of red velour. So that's a little bit from the plug and play and also waves here at PanAmerican Seed. Is there anything else we need to take a look at?
I think so, over there.
Some veggies. Ellen, look, peppers.
Yes,
See?
but
vegetables.
Chris, it says ornamental peppers.
Well,
can you eat those?
It does say that, and that's I guess what these are, ornamental peppers, and they actually
somewhat edible.
Yeah, they actually came to PanAmerican Seed through the acquisition of a Danish company called X-Plant, EX-Plant, Danish company that specializes in breeding not just these ornamental peppers, but also some edible peppers, and we're going to show you a couple of both. Starting with that one up there, which you particularly like.
This is one of my favorites, Acapulco multicolor. So multicolor, they start off as a purple color and then turn kind of limeish green, and then a light red, orangey to a darker red. So you get all of those colors on one plant. Very pretty, very ornamental.
All right. Well, this one you could have just called the Pittsburgh Steeler plant.
That's true.
They called it Zamora for some reason.
Zamora
yellow. But obviously, look at that, black and gold peppers.
Or the Bruins.
That is certainly ornamental.
Or the Pittsburgh Pirates.
There you go. You know the sports
or
teams.
Or any multiple college teams.
But there's quite a few of them. You see all the different colors and shapes. Then we'll swing over around here when we get into some of these sort of snacking peppers, like snack yellow.
I love that it says what they're for right in the name.
And what's interesting is, these come from Europe. They said that IKEA has actually been testing these in their stores. They're doing something like 380,000 pots of these.
I missed that part.
In Europe, yeah. So that's a little bit what's going on with ornamental peppers and edible snack peppers from the new X-Plant acquisition. But I can show you where there's some real vegetables, Ellen, like tomatoes and such.
Let's go.
That away. Outside where vegetables belong. Ellen, at this point in the video, I would probably eat some of PanAmerican's vegetables on camera, just because it's fun and they're tasty.
And you've done it before.
And I would have done it with this beautiful midnight snack cherry tomato, but they don't have any here. I'm so disappointed.
Well,
and I'm
I wouldn't
not
want
even
to eat that cardboard.
No, it's not appetizing. But the fruit, and I'm so disappointed they're not here, and I'm not sure why. But the fruit that they have in this midnight snack actually turns purple.
Purpley, yes.
Yeah, at least the shoulders of it do.
Yeah.
Said to be a nice balance of sweet and acid. And you're the vegetable person. What else can you tell us about
Well, I can tell you
snack?
that it won an All-American Selections Award.
Well, so that means it does great in a lot of gardens across the country.
It's sweet, a good balance of sweet and acid, which is hard to do sometimes.
Yeah, and a novelty because that really unique color.
Yeah.
Here's another uniquely colored vegetable.
That's right, snack pepper candy cane red. But I see no red. Well, it eventually becomes red.
Yes, but it's got that green and white striping and variegated foliage.
Oh, that's
which
right.
is
I forgot about that.
Unique as well. If it would actually turn red and white when it ripened, that would be a true candy cane. But just that it's green and white is neat. Lastly, swing around here. This is a pepper. This gets a little bit complicated because it's a species I don't know. It's called Capsicum bacatum.
Picatum.
It's a species that's native to Peru and Bolivia. And because of that, it's said to have sort of citrus and floral notes in the fruit. Now, this is a hot pepper.
That's right. So out of on a scale of 1 to 5 peppers, this gets a 2 in the heat level.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
So it's not like burning your mouth out, but it's more like a jalapeno.
Kind of like it's hot, but it's not going to tear you up or anything like that.
They can be harvested green, but also they will eventually get to be red.
Lots and lots of fruit, and it's a big plant as well. Grows to like 3 feet tall or something like that.
And wide. pretty big.
And it's an All-America Selections winner, too. So
Wow.
that is hot pepper ahi rico from PanAmerican Seed. Here are the 2017 California Spring
right.
Trials. There's got to be some kind of vegetable I can eat in here besides a
Oh,
hot
there's
pepper.
a little zucchini over here.
Ooh, a zucchini. There's a cucumber. I want a tomato.